It's week 1 of the National Football League, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Falcons, and it's all up next.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time, and Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Crimson Tide, he may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
A man who joined the Panthers from the NFC champs, it's Miles Sanders.
Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Another run here with Sanders. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And
his last, very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he... So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near
a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just 1 yard here from the first Young to get the nod here on opening day. And I think nowadays, Charles, if you're the #1 overall pick, the expectation is that you're going to be running the show right from the start.
I agree with that totally, and I support it because if I'm drafting guy #1, I'm going to do everything possible to get him ready to go right out of the gate. And it has worked out fairly well for the last 3 guys who are ready.
Now a first down throw for Young. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. First, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to have havoc.
It'll be Young again. To the right side and complete to Hurst. But Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't...
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Young to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward...
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Sanders will get down close to the goal line, but 2nd and goal from the 1. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first, good job of execution by them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did.
Ridder and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Fastest, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ridder. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover.
Ridder. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards at the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the mark. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 2. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back now, 1st and goal. On 1st down, Ridder. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Grill, I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Well, we get a look now at the 2023 draft class. Bijan Robinson, very special prospect at the position and a
Agreed. And it seems like he's already embracing being the favorite.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they're on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drive.
That is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. No.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
A little bit of daylight.
Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst. A nice completion there for the. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Young now from the 50. Left side here to Sanders. And he is going to have the Panthers first down, I do believe.
For a big loss of yardage, but nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Running right, here's Sanders. And nothing much materializing there.
That's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Young's throwing into the hands of Henry here. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21 up there.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
First down, Young. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The play fake, now Young. He's got his big tight end. That's hurt. A month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach, giving him things that he can put in place on the field.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
Even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. Doing it, they believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift.
Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wild. On the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Give him 30 yards there. First down, here's Ritter. This pack, and now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. Touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one over. Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
2 good drives on the first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal. But we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here. And they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll elect elect not to return.
Ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
They've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. Here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And
here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into it. I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together. Reese covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Nice man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Robinson. And one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. For now, 1st and 10. Young. He completes this one to Mingo. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. So the completion field.
It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to...
Inside the 20. Ritter back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points. I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. A touchdown run there for Leonard Fournette. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the Jaguars as that one's gone to halftime. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Titans in that ball game. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there.
In this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Robinson up the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following
defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid.
Shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw it through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they
put him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And not a lot of
dang them to no gain.
On play action, here's Ritter. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls.
And that one winds up incomplete.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Guy in space and follows some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the first down. Their offense and defense are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. Ritter with it after the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Following the sack. Back to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong.
Defensive backs in speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, and that one through.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And this will not be... They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd down, back to Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, he's taking their time and making it work.
Young on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that break.
They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The great blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the...
You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points. Felt ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Typically, linebackers keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because
right down here looking for 6.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and goal.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. John Smith, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
you can tell not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays. Well,
following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll cut here.
It's Young on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there
at those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Young into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and really they went 3 and out.
Young on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
Seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Being in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup.
Some guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Panthers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
The Young's going to throw for this.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line to regain the lead in a tight one. Ritter on 1st and 10.
And complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
to about the 48-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Ritter to throw it. And this one's incomplete.
50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the... Hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be keep possession of the football.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll get about 6 as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now here's Young. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down. Young. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. A run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. To be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick time.
Much of a fight if they don't get a stop here soon.
They'll go again with Sanders. And just no chance of turning the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Young. It's caught by Sanders. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. It's a gain of 6.
Power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
Yeet! Yeet!